everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and I promised that once Amonkhet came out and we got Regal Caracal here that I was going to be playing Helm of the Host. And because I have to do Cat in the Hat. Regal Caracal, one of the best cards to be putting in with Helm of the Host, but there's also another one that I did way back at the beginning of my channel that is the best place to put Helm of the Host. So if you guys don't know what Helm of the Host does, at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature, except that token isn't a legendary if equipped creature is legendary. So we can do some pretty fun things with Shalai, giving everything vigilance, hexproof, including Shalai itself, because it won't be a legendary creature. You can create a second copy. So everything in our deck works kind of around Helm of the Host, but we can win without it. But Crested Sunmare is another card here that is really, really exciting to be playing with Helm of the Host. 5 mana, 5/5. Other horses you control have indestructible. So if we create another one of them, both are indestructible. If we can give them indestructible and hexproof, then only like exile everything effects will actually take care of this. Pretty busted stuff. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain life this turn, create a 5/5 white horse creature token. So in the early game, we have a bunch of ways to be gaining life. Soul Warden be able to gain life on their turn as well as ours. So whenever another creature enters the battlefield, anyone's creature, we get to gain life. That triggers Crested Sunmare on either our turn or their turns, so it says at the beginning of each end step. So it does kind of create a pretty hard lockdown, especially if we do get to this Home of the Host as well. It's pretty busted. Fountain of Renewal, just being able to gain life at the beginning of our turn. Every single turn, we can sacrifice it for 3 to draw a card. Pretty powerful card here. It just is a nice little addition. I was thinking about going more for just like making our own stuff hit, but this is all about just gaining some life, not about gaining tons of life. This is all about just making sure that we get our Crested Sunmare going off, creating horses, and hopefully getting Helm of the Host onto Crested Sunmare to be able to create all of our horses as indestructible, be swinging in, do awesome stuff. Really, really fun card overall. The rest of the deck is just kind of making sure all that happens, making sure that the deck works out. So we have Llanowar Elves to make sure we ramp, because Helm of the Host is really expensive. It's 9 mana altogether just to make this happen, which we don't have to have it work to make the deck work. It's just one of those where, like, if we do, it's an extra little win. You know, it's just something that's really fun that I love having happen. It's definitely a win more type of card. At the same time, though, it is a legitimate strategy if you can survive taking turn 4 off and then turn 5 to put this onto something. It's usually after you get out like Crested Sunmare or Regal Caracal, which creates a wide enough board, a big enough presence that you can then say, okay, Helm of the Host and a 2-drop into, let's put Helm of the Host onto either the thing that came out before or the 2-drop that was able to survive, which Charming Prince, an amazing card to still get an extra copy of every single turn. You can describe to gain 3 life, or blink another Regal Caracal to make it come out with 2 more cats, gain some life with Soul Warden, whatever it is. Creating just a bunch of Soul Wardens is amazing too, because you start gaining a ton of life with each of them. So if you go a few turns with it, you're getting so much life, it's ridiculous. Llanowar Elves, even that, I've seen this be amazing. And sometimes just creating an extra copy every turn, making sure you can block something, adding up all your mana so that then you can put a bunch of counters onto things like with Shalai or whatever. Then we have Llanowar Visionary, of course, being able to ramp us up a little bit more, adding a little bit of card draw. 2 copies of Knight of Autumn in here. I think we could probably go 3 and 3 with Llanowar Visionary, but I'm not sure just yet. But when it enters the battlefield, either put 2 counters onto it, destroy target artifact or enchantment, or we get to gain 4 life. Another way we can gain life for our Crested Sunmare. And then as far as protection goes, we are basically trying to create a board that is really difficult to deal with. It's more of like a mid-range value town style of deck, which we're hoping can beat most aggro decks. We do have Solar Wreckage in case things get out of hand. We're hoping we run into those at the right time. Life gain should help. Up against control, we're going to be basically just trying to put down the threats that are hard to deal with. Indestructible horses is pretty hard for them to deal with. A lot of people playing Wrath of Gods. If we get a Crested Sunmare out and create 1 horse with it, even if Crested Sunmare then dies to the Wrath the next turn, we keep a 5/5 horse token out there. And so it can get really busted, really powerful, really quick. And so that's kind of our game plan. Tempo is probably our worst matchup, where they can just kind of keep out our value in the early game, kill us, or get a big enough board state before we get our 5 drops out there that we can't really take care of them. And so that's the biggest issue we're worried about. But you can't solve everything in a deck. This is more about having fun and making sure we get Helm of the Host onto our kitty cats or our little ponies. And so let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how this deck does for us, and wish me luck. All right, we're going first. Keep this. Unfortunately, Llanowar Elves doesn't get to go down turn 1 and then Visionary. That would be the best play, but still a good hand. Soul Warden. Firebrand. Kills the Warden. Rude. I guess we can get some life gain out of this before anything else goes down. Alright, we'll take it. Down to 20. Settle the Wreckage is really good. Play Llanowar Elves. Swing in. Down to 19. Pass the turn. Alright, it is Goblins. We have Settle the Wreckage and Shalai, which should help a smidge. Alright, so they didn't use Fanatical Firebrand, now they're gonna be sad about it. No attacks past the turn. Yeah, you probably should have done it beforehand. It's like usually what you do with Fanatical Firebrand is kill either Soul Warden or Llanowar Elves. And if you don't, this is what happens. Goblin War Chief. Pretty cool. Getting us more life. Life is great. Alright, Llanowar Visionary. We're gonna start just putting counters onto everything as well soon. And that does create issues for them. On the host as well. Alright, swinging with Shalai. Let's go ahead and just go aggro here. So how much mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting to 9 so you can play Helm the Host and equip it on the same turn is the dream. If we hit land, we can play Llanowar Visionary and hold up Settle the Wreckage. Rash Taunter. Okay. Now we'll go for the Helm of the Host. Make sure that everything of ours is hexproof, and they can play absolutely nothing. Yeah, no blocks, that's fine. That means they can't use the ability. It is a tapped ability, so we'll take 1 just fine. Helm of the Host. Like, even just putting this onto Visionary is not bad. But if they can't deal with Shalai on the next turn, we're like, yeah, you gotta deal with that now. Alright, Llanowar Visionary, draw some cards. A card. 24. Bring down to 13. Pass the turn. They have the Muxus. Alright. That's cool, that's cool. Lots of life gain. He can Muxus, man. What's MTG Assistant? MTG Assistant is this right here. It's lets us see what's in the opponent's deck. It lets us see what's in ours. It tells us our win rates and everything that's going on, so we can actually jump into it and go into, like, not when we're in the middle of a game, but we can jump in and see our win rate with the deck, everything like that. This deck right now doesn't have a very good win rate, but we can go check that out here in just a bit and see why and how. And so it's just a really good free client that works with MTG Arena. So if you already use it, use it. It helps support me if you guys do use it. That's nice. All right, so how much mana do we have? So 9. So we can equip for 5, play a land, use Settle the Wreckage. Do I block the Muxus or do I just take it all? That's the question. No blocks. Take it. I could have blocked for the Soul Warden, but I think it's fine. Alright, so untap land is even better. We're basically showing them that we have Settle the Wreckage here, but oh well. We're gonna win in a couple turns anyway, so sure. Yeah, that's fine. We are presenting lethal next turn. They can't really do anything about this. Because we settle wreckage on this turn, they deal no damage to us unless they have a flyer or something to block flyers in general. The settle will work. They've got nothing going for them. So this is how we can beat goblins. Yes. This is the first time we actually drew settle against them too. So we do have it. I'm so sorry. Yeah. That was very greedy. How many mountains do you think they have? Oh man. Free real estate? Yeah, there you go, yeah. 12! They had 12 more. There you go. Alright. Go to combat. All attack. We will go ahead and get a little bit mean with it. There we go. Down to negative 15. We got the Gavos. That is what matters. Whew. Oh, yes. I mean, that was their best play, was just swing in, because like we had them anyway. But that was very, very fun. Alright, up against LGM Luck, and we're gonna keep this. We have some ramp to get up to Shalai, to some other stuff. We have the lands. We definitely don't have like life gain though. We don't have a lot of the synergies we normally would like, but this is a keepable. So Field of the Dead is now banned. I kind of wish they had banned Muxus along with that, because I feel like it's one of those where like Field of the Dead kept goblins in check pretty well, because it was just so explosive, so powerful with Hour of Promise, everything like that, that they could have enough blockers that goblins didn't win consistently. But I'm still not sure if goblins with Muxus should be a thing. Who knows? Well, I'm sure they'll keep it for a little bit, and that'll be fine. All right, so swing in, down to 19, Fountain of Renewal, pass the turn, hoping that we can get the Shalai to actually stick, and then everything else should be pretty good. Hit a land, please. Gain some life. Landor Visionary, making sure we get to Crescent Sunmare is better here. Play that out. Rose Spiral, okay. Field of the Dead is banned, so I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. Shocks. Alright, we get a draw card, hopefully dig for more lands, though. I guess I should have tapped it somewhere else, huh? Alright, pass the turn. MTG Math with more really good puns. Muxus more like busted Carduxus. Got him. Oh gosh. Alright, so this is the elemental explosion deck type of thing. We can Charming Prince to try to hit the land, or we can Shalai and give our Crescent Sunmare Hexproof and start creating indestructible horses. That might be better. You're welcome, MTG then. Dude, it's amazing, honestly. I'm really impressed.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
Alright, plays more lands, has more stuff to do. Good for you. They could have like Scorching Dragonfire. Alright. Young Pyromancer, yeah. Risen Reef, Young Pyromancer, so much value here. It's a little bit busted. But we also get to start creating 5/5 indestructible creatures every single turn. With a land. Oh, come on! Alright, well. Soul Warden. We'll start getting life, I guess. Charming Prince, let's strive for that sneaking land. It needs to be untapped land, which everything should be in our deck now. Alright, those are lands. I guess we only need one of them? Do they have like a Flame Sweep or something? We'll keep both here. It's a little bit meh. Alright, play Lenore Elves, gain some more life. Swing you at Face or Chandra? Chandra is annoying. Or do we just kind of go aggressive here and try to get their life total down as quick as possible? Let's kill the Chandra. They get so much value out of it.
Well, that's rude.
I've seen this deck a couple different times. It is amazing whenever you actually have a Risen Reef. If you don't have Risen Reef, the deck kind of just falls flat on its face. But hey, they got the Risen Reef, so good for you. Alright, we gotta gain some more life. We gotta create 2 more elementals. Yeah. We gotta gain 2 more life. The nice thing about the Sunmares is once we start playing them out, each turn, especially if they're gaining us life, we'll be getting some of these horses. But I mean, they're getting a lot of tokens out too. That's bad. They've hit so many lands. That was a little bit ridiculous. That's 4 lands in a row. I guess that's what Risen Reef does, huh? Alright, block Charming Prince here. Alright, play Forest, play Crested Sunmare. Gain some life. Oh man, do we kill the Chandra? Do we just need to be going at face? Okay, kill the Chandra. I don't think just doing 3 points of damage is worthwhile yet. Alright, create a 5/5, gain some life. Hexproof, Indestructible. Next turn there'll be Hexproof and Indestructible. And then we're looking for our Helm of the Host. That is the dream. Another Zendikar Royal. This is gonna get a little bit painful. Just a smidge. Alright, crack Civil Passage. They get to create a bunch of tokens. I mean, this is Fill the Dead without Fill the Dead, right? Because they do the same thing. The dream here is that they mill themselves out, and we can just kind of create a stone wall. We gain enough life. Like, each one of these guys coming in, they have to be able to hit in twice before it really becomes effective. Opponent won, see me in 5 minutes. Yeah, they've got a lot going for them. I'm not sure they've necessarily won just yet, though. Even with Thassa, this doesn't necessarily mean it's all over. But we are gonna just kind of play solitaire here for a little bit. I have Settle the Wreckage in the deck. I should have put away the Temple Garden. I was worried that they were gonna have something like Flame Sweep or Chandra. I mean, they can stop this by not putting lands onto the battlefield. They can just put them into their hand instead. Creating more elementals, so they do go through their entire deck. So this is Thassa's Oracle you're talking about that they have. To be able to mill themselves out completely. That's actually pretty cool. So yeah, doubles Zendikar Royal, 1 Risen Reef. You should be able to hit lands consistently enough that you get through your entire deck. I want to let them play it out just to kind of see it. As a newly hired soldier, the little child is doing really well. Child. Yeah, yeah. Baby is good. Life is good. We're doing well. What's up, Joez? Welcome. This is like the classic crew on here. This is awesome. Yeah, baby's good, sleep is bad. Yeah, that's about right. We are going to be taking her out of the house for like the first time ever today, to go see family and stuff. So that'll be fun and interesting. Part of the crew. Yep. Good game. Yeah, they've got it. They've got to have it. Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, they have 4. Good for you. And that's pretty cool. I wanted to actually see it play out. Zendikar Royal, Risen Reefs again though. I really feel like this deck has got to flounder if it doesn't hit the Risen Reef. Up against Rafael Carvalho. Bring it on. We have no green mana, but Settle the Wreckage life gain isn't the worst, and we have Helm of the Host. Yeah, we got a mulligan. Alright, this is better. Keep this. We can drop a helm. Not too shabby at all. Alright, Temple Garden. That's the turn. Yeah, we can, so MTG Assistant does also allow us to see what the opponent has played so far, which is a very nice feature. It's one of those things where like you would typically be writing this down or whatever, all that kind of stuff. It just it does it for you instead. So, by the way, if you guys want to download MTG Assistant on YouTube or whatever, the link's down in the description below. I now am getting supported for doing so. If you do so, that's very nice. Very nice. Alright, Crested Sunmare. We don't have life gain happening just yet. But it is a big 5/5. So we'll see. We can go Charming Prince, Helm of the Host on the next turn. Gain some life, create another 5/5. Dude, Miro, this card here is a card that we need to be playing with at some point, because it is busted. Other merfolk creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever you cast a merfolk spell, you may tap or untap target permanent. So it just gives you a bunch of free mana, basically. Especially once you get enough of them. Ridiculous. Merfolk Trickster, taps down Crested Sunmare. We're getting hit for like a lot and a half. Yeah, so 11 points of damage. Settle the Wreckage would be the best draw here. Yeah. I think it's over. Just a little inkling there. Alright, Visionary. Oh, we're one land away. We were one draw off of the Settle the Wreckage. Oh, man. Alright, that's cool. Whatever. Alright. I guess let's see here. River Sneak. Can't quite get through, so no attacks. Like, they have to have a merfolk in these two cards. If they have it, we're dead. If they don't, we have a small chance here. Alright, we're dead. That's cool. Alright, we are going first. This is a good hand. Lots of life gain. And Charming Prince will hopefully find us lands to get to the Reckle. Reckle? Yeah, the baby wouldn't boom for sure. It was something that happened to me, and I'm not sure how to handle it. Yeah, this battlefield is great. We're just gonna wait. Settle the Wreckage is a really good card. Instant speed, 4 mana, one-sided board wipe. Pretty good stuff. I mean, it has downsides for sure, but it's a really good card. They're just playing with their dog, dude. The downside of Settle the Wreckage is that you give them a lot of lands. They know how to play. A lot of people know how to play around it that have played for a while. And so you can end up just ramping people up a lot to get to a point where they can kill you on the next turn. That's if people know how to play around it. Alright, Soul Warden goes bye-bye. There's a land. Charming Prince, let's scry 2. Land and kind of a land. We can actually play the Llanowar on the next turn with Soul Warden. Get us up to Regal Caracal. If they have more removal, it's annoying. Well, we'll see. Crash through. Alright, so this is a Spells Matters deck of some sort. Alright, so Temple Gardens, Soul Warden, Llanowar Elves. I should be attacking in first. Oh. What's up, Keeper of Lands? Good to see you too, welcome. Alright, so we're gonna Charming Prince. That's the turn. Lots of shocks and small spells. Young Pyromancer. This could be something like that. Could be just like mono red prowess and aggro type of thing. We'll see. What's up, slammed enough? Alright, has another shock. Good for you, sir. Alright, attack in. Down to 16, play forest, pass the turn. One cool thing too that we can do is if we're really desperate for lands, we can attack in and then exile our own stuff. This is just target player. So we can exile our own stuff attacking in to go get ourselves lands. So that is a thing we can do. Alright, it's burn. Alright. Life gain should help to an extent. Light up the stage. Regal Caracal is good. Alright, so swing in. Caracal. So even if they kill the Caracal, we get 2 life linkers, which should be hard for them to deal with. Flame Sweep doesn't kill this. They could have like Flame Sweep and a Shock or Pillars. But I feel like if they're actually going towards burn, yeah, we'll see. Blaze the Mountain. Blaze the Alchemist. And Electrostatic Field. Interesting. Interesting. Well, swing, gain 4. They shouldn't have something like Infuriate here, right? That would be ridiculous for them to have. Alright. Down to 10, up to 19. Right where we want them. Is this Gutter Snipe as well, type deck? Ramen up Ruins. They've hit a land drop every turn, so there is a chance that these, at least one of these is another land. Yeah, he's never attacking with these, so that is a downside of Settled Wreckage. There are some creatures or things like, it's pretty dead against some matchups, where Wraths are not in this case. We're not terribly worried at the moment, though. Finale of Promise. Whoa, alright. So yeah, this triggers each time one of these is cast. This actually, I think, casts them again. So it should trigger. I can't remember how it works. Kills the Caracal. Good for you. Yeah, that's a lot of not goodness. It's another light up the stage. Man, I just love when people get the perfect cards, perfect setups. Doesn't go for the Electrostatic Field. That must mean they have a shock here. Okay, down to 19 or 9. Temple Garden tapped. Pass the turn. Down to 14. All right, yeah, they've got a lot of pieces going on. King's S gets light up the stage. Good for you. Sunscorched Desert, 2 more point or 1 point of damage, right? Down to 11. Sorry, 10. Army Prince. Do we gain life here or do we scry for something better? Up to 12. If they have a spell, like if it's another light up stage, but they've gotten rid of a couple already. So back up to 12. Charming Prince. Let's scry 2. July is really good here. It forces them to take care of the July first. If they can't kill it by the time that we get counters put onto it, it becomes even harder to kill. This is to each opponent. This is to each opponent. But they at least can't target us or our stuff. So like the only spells they can cast are at July. We'll see how that does. Alrighty. Got all the pain. Good for you. Crash through. More cantrips. Yes. Alrighty. If we had not drawn dead for so long, it might have been better. That's game right. If we take it, we're dead. If we give them cards, most likely we're dead. Alright, so we're just gonna fire off the settle the wreckage and then we'll concede. Yeah. Man. Had it all. We did not. Alright, we're going first up against Tintamayo. Keep this. Sweet hand here up against the Luris. Auras, potentially. Yeah, not having a ton of interaction is probably going to come back to bite us with this deck. But we came to do a thing, and we're going to do that thing. And that's what matters. Okay, Healer's Hawk. Charming Prince. Let's... Yeah, just scry 2. Got the Helm of the Host. One land is okay. By the time that we do anything else, we should be able to hit some more lands. I know it's like famous last words, but I'd rather have action now. Lands come on when they can. Hushbringer. That kind of affects us and kind of doesn't. Crescent Sunmare is a card that does not affect. Okay, swing in with Charming Prince. Alright, this is the Auras deck, which is very bad for us. July should be at least a decent help here, especially if we can start creating copies every turn. All the glitters. Has the nuts. Good job. Or yo. Alright, go Shalai. So yeah, not triggering the Soul Warden is really annoying here. It means that our Crescent Sunmare won't actually gain us life. Or it won't be able to gain life to trigger it. So I guess we go Soul Warden, Helm of the Host. Very much his Blessing is what I'm expecting here. Okay, no blocks. Yeah, as sad as it is, we go Helm of the Host here instead. Soul Warden doesn't actually trigger anything. Helm of the Host comes out. Next turn we can put it onto Shalai and have a blocker in the air every turn. That can't be tapped down by Glaring Aegis or things like that. They'll be gaining tons of life, but we can hopefully turn the game around. Do I swing in or keep up protection for the Hushbringer? No attacks. By the way, I just really tried something different with my audio. Are you guys, is anyone having the vibration at all happen? I just put it up like on a yoga block to get the vibration. See if that might help. And this Hushbringer is getting very, very annoying. No blocks, we take it. Down to 11. Okay, go Helm of the Host. Okay, no attacks, pass the turn. Another LC device bounty. Okay. Please give it protection from white. Alright. Just all that glitters, yeah, that's definitely not good. They do have Kirmuch's Blessing, we have to block. Settle the wreckage. They still get their all that glitters back. Let's go ahead and put out Sunmare, just has another blocker. Saved by the Bell. It's just it kind of does look like a bell, huh? When I wake up in the morning and my manga's out of one, and I think I'll never make it on time. By the time I get my love on the corner just in time to see the bus drive by. It's alright, cause I'm saved by the bell. Alright, if this is Karametra's blessing, they get to kill Shalai. We get to settle on the next turn. Then they have all the glitters, all these other things, which are really annoying. We just take 2. Dude, this Hushbringer is killing me. Alright, no attacks, pass the turn. I mean, if they swing with the Hushbringer again, then this settles amazing. Oh, yes! People never understand how this works. Gain protection from white. Please. Lose all of your all the glitters. You can't give... So this is not actually green. Alright, protection from blue. Just to bring this back. Or a Spirit Dancer. Another all-civilized bounty. Cool. Alright, we have to get rid of this Lurus at some point, but we at least have an answer for now. Alright. In the game, I suppose? Alright, so we can play the Helm of the Host onto this. We'll do almost the same effect as just playing the other one out. I guess we get the Shalai and this. So yeah, this is better to play right now. Crescent Sunmare, number 2. Gain some life. We'll hold on to a land here, just to get in their head a little bit. Swing in with the indestructible creature. Swing in, swing. We get to create 2 more horsies at the end of the turn. Gain 4 more life. Alright, so we're definitely not, like, back in the game fully. They get to play an all it glitters every turn and start drawing a bunch of cards. But we have indestructible blockers on the ground. We have a consistent blocker in the air every turn. So I'm not as worried here. I don't think. This is going to be a grindy matchup, but we do have a shot. Add opponent skips it up. There we go. Yes. So yeah, they can build really big stuff on the ground, but we get to go wide enough that eventually we just kind of take care of it. The Hushbringer was the biggest issue. As soon as we took care of that, we had the game. All right, up against this guy. I'm not even going to try that name. Soulward and Helm of the Host, Crescent Sunmare. All the pieces we want. None of the like ramp or anything else to go with it. I'm not sure if we keep that. I hate getting rid of a hand with 3 lands because I never draw 3 lands. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. We're going to draw it into other things instead. You know what? Chef it, Dunes. Take 1 instead of 2 from the Temple Garden. Don't have it. Skirt Prospector. Alrighty. Well, we get to gain some life against this deck, which is nice. Well, we shocked ourselves anyway, but that's fine. Scry. Land or else. Land. Alright, so I think we always want Llanowar Elves first. If it survives, it's definitely better. I'm tempted to go ahead and swing in here, but we want the Soul Warden to be able to work with Crescent Sunmare. If we can get Crescent Sunmare and a Helm of the Host onto it before they get to Muxus, we have a shot. If they Muxus on this next turn, then we done got Muxused and life is bad. Pass the turn. Do they have the turn 3 Muxus? Why Field of the Dead gets banned and not Muxus is beyond me. I'm sure they're just waiting for a certain amount of time before whatever, but this is such a busted play. I think the amount of time they're taking on this is showing that it's Muxus, yeah. Oh, Krenko. Krenko is better. Not great, but it's better. We get to gain a lot of life against the Krenko-ness. His Krenko-ness. Alright, yeah, don't crack that so that we can make sure we get the land. Play Crescent Sunmare, gain some life. No attacks, create another one, gain some more life. 2 indestructible blockers. Sorry, 1 indestructible blocker. Do not block, think this is indestructible. Alright, there we go. Now they have mana for days. Now they got the Nexus. Okay. Alright, we get a lot of life gain at least along the way, which means we will be creating another Horsey at the end of this. No hastiness. Yet. There it is, though. Oh, man. Ringleader, Matron. Oh, man, this is so good. It's so bad, but it's so good. And we get to play a Helm of the Host next turn and see if that's going to be good. Oh, man. We're definitely doing janky stuff. I recognize that. But it's fun janky stuff. A Chieftain. Swings in with the Muxus. Crazily enough, if we survive the next turn, the biggest issue here is Gen Palm Incinerator is going to kill the Crescent Sunmare. If we can... Man. Helm of the Host. Yeah, I just don't think we're going to have quite enough time. No creature to play out so that we can trigger it again. So Gem Palm Incinerator kills Crescent Sunmare. We no longer have indestructible Horsies. Life gets bad. Kill Sword. That's much better than killing Sunmare. We lose out on a lot of life gain. Franco takes 7 goblins with haste that are 2/2s. Yeah. If we had found like a Settle the Wreckage, this might have been a good shot. Another Krenko. That's 19. I think we're dead. I think it's worth conceding. Alright. Sounds good. Game over. Alright, up against Kino 280. This is a good hand. Chef at Dune's a little bit awkward, but with the amount of life gain we can get, it's great. Farming Prince to scry for land. Llanowar to start ramping us up a bit. Whoa, Baba Blarg with 5 tier 1 subs gifted to the community. Thank you so much. That is a lot of Soul Wardens. One way to beat Mono Blue tempo and stuff is just gain enough life that it takes longer to tempo. Wizards. Interesting. So yeah, Rye Guy, Jay Brewer, Pickaminer, and Kikoslav and Augusan. Enjoy your emotes. Thank you so much for that, by the way. Alright, go Charming Prince. Yeah, shock ourselves, or not shock, what is that? When you just do, is it ping? When it's a one-time? I feel like these are already going to be lands, but just in case we scry. Have to hit lands. That's our first time finding Continent Renewal the entire games. No attacks. Pretty sure they have flyers. Yeah. Up to 19. Flame Sweep is going to be really bad here. Down to 17. How can we still not find a land? We put 2 cards to the bottom. We have drawn so many cards in between then. Sometimes, you know, I really am expecting Flame Sweep, but this is the only thing that we can do. So I'm doing it now to force a response. Quench. Okay, down to 17, pass the turn. You won a game after mulliganing to 3? Dang, that's impressive. Farming Prince comes back to hand. Why is that instead of Soul? Llanowar Visionary. Now we hit the lands. Yay! Down to 16, pass the turn. These gusts of winds are pretty terrible for them. They do get to draw cards and it slows us down a bit. Like, it is tempo, but is that the right kind of tempo you want to be going for? Alright, Soul Warden number 2. Maybe I shouldn't be playing that out just yet. I don't know. Llanowar Visionary, gain 2 more life. We hit a land, which means we have Sunmare on board. Maybe we go Shalai instead, though. Drawing main phase. Feels like desperation. Maybe we go for Shalai so that we can make sure Sunmare stays alive, and we have blockers that way. I'll just scoops it up. There we go. Yeah, that was good. Alright, up against Erastelin, Majid. And life gain, scrying, life gain or interaction stuff. Good curve here. This is what we want. Helm of the Host with these 2 creatures as well. Busted. Really, really powerful. Hard to deal with. Like, Helm of the Host is one of those cards that it definitely is win more. Oh, man. Goblins. Alright, let's see if we can do anything. We basically have to dig for Settle the Wreckage now. And hope that we can then build a big enough board to answer what they're doing. A lot of stuff going our way to an extent. Alright, Charming Prince. Scry 2. Land. Table Passage. Oh man. That's a little bit awkward. We can draw the land to get up to 5 lands. Or yeah, so we can't play this until the next turn. I guess we keep it like that. So we can play an untapped land, play Knight of Autumn as just a big blocker, or Soul Warden and start gaining life against what they're doing. Okay, Sheffet Dunes. Soul Warden is really good against goblins to an extent, but it's not a good blocker. So Knight of Autumn counters onto it. No attacks. Pass the turn. Darkblade with a tier 1 sub. Dude, thanks so much. Appreciate it. 2 months. Muxus. Oh boy. Alrighty. And they got another Muxus coming. Yeah, goblins are ridiculous. I honestly feel like we'd have a decent shot if it wasn't Muxus. You know, like Muxus is just ridiculous. It really is. Do we even have a shot here? I don't think we do. Soul Warden. Table Passage. They get another Muxus on the next turn by sacrificing 2 things. Let's go with planes. We definitely want more planes on board. Llanowar Visionary. More lands. So we get the Sunmare next turn. We start creating indestructible guys. This Muxus has to whiff like crazy. And then we may have a small chance. If they don't hit Krenko, they don't hit Chieftain, we can survive for a turn. And then what? Then we try to get Helm of the Host onto Crescent Sunmare, gain enough life. I'm not gonna scoop this one up just yet. The annoying thing here is that I went and played in free play so we wouldn't run into Muxus like crazy. But guess what? We're getting Muxus like crazy. So, yay! I want to keep this just on the power of Settle the Wreckage. Llanowar Visionary is really nice. Gaining life every turn is underrated, actually. It's a very good ability. Just by itself, even. Fountain of Renewal. Corpse Knight. Pew Pew Zombies, yes! Pew Pew, Pew Pew. Alright, Temple Garden tapped. Another Cellar Wreckage. This is like the perfect hand against what they're doing, by the way. Been fighting the Shuffler all morning ring? Yeah. Aristocrats are bad. Ash of Oasis. Alright, if we hit land, we have Crested Sunmere, and we start creating indestructible dudes. Indestructible dudes? I think that's how it goes. If we don't, then we just hold up Settle the Wreckage. Which now we might do that anyway. No blocks, take it. I basically am not blocking so that they decide to swing in on the next turn. Oh man. Interesting choice. Mothra is annoying. If they find Blood Artist, then Caracal actually helps them out. But it's also a great way for us to gain lots of life. Double Sunmare, though, does seem pretty good. Or do we go for the Settle? I feel like I was waiting too long, that it was too obvious. A Murderous Rider kills one Sunmare. Down to 16. We're only losing 1 life per turn. Knight of Autumn killing this is pretty nice. Let's go for the other Sunmare. Saw my pew pew video? Yeah, it was fun. Pew 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 pew. Blocks, gain some life. That's cool. Alright. I do like the idea of Corpse Knight with Mothra. It is a good game plan. Let's just hope they don't have more removal here. Opponent scoops it up. Has settle mana up. We play Sun Petal Grove. Attack in with the 2 Horsies. If they want to settle this, that's totally fine. Blocks a Corpse Knight, yeah, gets a trigger there. That's cool, that's cool. I should have Knight of Autumn first, maybe. We can still hold up, no, we don't have quite enough for that. Okay. Down to 12. I'm passing the turn as quick as possible, showing that we don't have any other responses, basically. Hoping that this will get them. Stonecoil Serpent. Bad. 2 flying creatures. We can deal with the Serpent, I think. Get rid of these guys. We also have another Settle Wreckage. Knight of Autumn cannot kill Stonecoil Serpent, unfortunately. Okay, Soul Warden and Rico Caracal. Gain a little bit of life. No attacks. Pass the turn. I was debating in bringing in Anointed Procession to this deck as well, just to have extra copies of everything being created. It works really well once you get Helm of the Host going, but otherwise it's kind of eh. Alright, how much mana do we have? I can hold up another Settle the Wreckage. I can kill Bastion of Remembrance here, and then hold up sacrificing a Fountain of Renewal. Then we can, because Settle the Wreckage I'm not as worried about just yet. We can block here, fine. We can chump here for days. Okay, so Knight of Autumn. And pass the turn. Plays out the Murderous Rider. Cool. Yeah, we're definitely fine playing the long game here. That helps us a lot. Holds up mana for another Murderous Rider, potentially. Okay, activate here. Land out of the way. That's a lot of lands. Alrighty then. Pass the turn. We will probably sacrifice the Fountain of Renewal at the end step. It is really nice, but we'll see. Oh my goodness. Oh my... What? Come on, deck. Wow, alright. Pass the turn. That's cool. Yeah, the Shuffler. Good for yo. Like, I can understand hitting a few in a row, but that many in a row? We keep gaining life though, pass the turn, settle the wreckage, online. If they just swing with Mothra, we'll probably just hold back for a minute. Wait till they actually swing with big stuff. It's a lot of big stuff. Soul Warden number 2 is nice. They're finally recognizing we just have a bunch of dead stuff as well. Lots and lots of dead cards. They're drawing the big beefy things. Regal Caracol is worth playing, for sure. Blood Artist would be really bad. But it also might cause them to actually attack in. Alright. Gain lots and lots of life. We're going pretty wide, too. Still not wide enough, though. Pass the turn. Yeah, I think that they're playing... Blast Zone is annoying. So these are technically 0 cost cards. They can kill Llanowar Elves and the Soul Wardens right now, which probably is worthwhile. I'm not sure if that's better than getting it up to 5 though and killing these guys. Fountain of Renewal. So we're kind of banking on us having enough mana with Llanowar Elves here. So they kill our Llanowar Elves, which means we cannot settle the wreckage. But we also can gain plenty of life. I'm not actually that worried about it. We've already gained enough life and I'm not that worried about it. No attacks, pass the turn. Crater Hoof in our deck, that would be pretty fun. Idyllic Tutor. He's Bastion of Remembrance again. A weird card. Solemnity. So with Mothra, you can do some pretty busted stuff with that. Not in the colors that they're in, though. Helm of the Host. With X creatures, it'll just go over and over again. So they can basically what they're trying to set up is having what's it called? Do I equip this here now? I guess I can equip it onto Knight of Autumn. Don't have removal, don't do it. Rude. So yeah, if they have Bastion of Remembrance and then one of these guys somehow dies, then they get an infinite loop of them dying, basically. So it's all they need is Bastion of Remembrance or Cruel Celebrant, and then one of these guys dying. Plays up Murderous Rider, goes to attack, so we will block to a point where we don't kill any of them. Okay. Settle the Wreckage is our friend here as well. Shalai, also not bad. Play Shalai. So this gives us hexproof, but this does it to each opponent, so it doesn't matter. So we're actually really close to just being dead here. How close are we to actually winning, though? I don't think we have enough creatures just yet. So we're not losing to, yeah, we're not losing to them swinging in. That is 5 5/5s. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blockers. If anything dies, we are dead. Pass the turn. So can they sacrifice something of their own? Not yet. Crested Sunmare. Swinging with Shalai. Oh, these have reach. Never mind. How close are we here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. To 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The one issue is that Murder Shredder's gain him life as they go, so no attacks just yet. Pass the turn. They don't do anything here. We just pump everything with Shalai, get a little bit more damage. Little Celebrant. Alright, so, yeah, they gain enough life with the Murder Shredder that we couldn't quite do it that turn. Oh, right. Oops. Right. If we kill Mothra, let's see this. They still have this guy here. Do we have enough attacks? No, so the thing is if I kill any of their creatures, we immediately die. So I have to kill them before death triggers happen. So they have 11 plus, they could have Settle the Wreckage here as well. 11 plus 2, 4, 6, 17 damage, 17 life. So go to combat, create some more tokens. Everything is really big. We only have to hit with 2 creatures of these guys. I'm debating if we have enough or not. So 8, 9, 10. So they had 10 blockers, right? So then everything else gets through. If they have Settle, then I mean they got us there anyway. Actually, they can't settle us because of Shalai. Hold back, Shalai. Hold these guys back. No, okay, 18 attackers. Cannot settle us. This should be lethal. So yeah, so what'll happen is that one of these guys will die. It'll trigger Mothra, but Mothra doesn't actually stop. Like, it won't trigger till after damage all the way dealt. As soon as it's 0, they are at 0 regardless of death triggers happening. And so we will kill them before that. And pray that's enough. All right. Damage should all go through. There's no first strike stuff. They are dead. They are very, very dead. And they die before anything else happens. There we go. Alright, so overall, really like my little Sunmare. Sunmare is a busted card still. If you get Helm of the Host onto it, it's amazing. It's something people have to deal with. Is it more busted than other things that are in the format? Not as much as it used to be, for sure. Like, Sunmare used to be one of those cards where it's like, dang, that's really powerful. It's really hard to deal with. But there was always still something out there that could really take care of it at some point. And there still are those things. There's still a lot of really powerful cards out there. And it's fun to play. It's fun to try and fun to do. And so overall, I do enjoy the deck. I was going to see if we can get MTG Arena Assistant to show us our wins and losses here. And so we'll go to recent opponents. And so overall, we definitely lost quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 1, 2, 3, 4 wins. And so yeah, 1-4 lost, or sorry, 1-4 lost 5. So not quite a winning record, but we did win games. It's not like it was a terrible one. The 3 of those losses that we had were up against goblins in free play. I was really going to free play to try to stay away from goblins because I knew that Muxus is just the most busted thing out there right now. We did okay against a lot of other things. Like, we actually were playing okay. It's a deck without tons of interaction. I built this to be janky and try to get Helm of the Host onto things more so than anything else. And it did that. It was really fun. We had a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video overall. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Check out MTG Assistant if you guys want to down in the description below. Check me out on Twitch as well. And make sure you leave a follow, all that kind of stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next one. And we're going to be moving on to other stuff here on Twitch.